Please leave. Hey there, and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's Legacy by Toaster, where we're pretty much going to be doing custom night, going through the extras, and then I'll give my thoughts on the game, and yeah, that's pretty much the game plan. Let's just go over the extras real quick, and let's take a look at custom night. Let's see. We might hop into endless mode, see how far we can get, and yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how fast these four will be. I think my main concern might be... Actually, I don't know. I don't know who to be concerned about. I guess we'll see. It depends on the speed. It all depends on how fast they are. Maybe Bonnie, because Bonnie can be a tricky one to... Maybe I could lose track of Bonnie if I'm not careful. Foxy could also make things a bit complicated. They're already moving. Luckily, that's right, we do have all these cameras. Huh, okay.
Don't you dare hide. Next time.
Oh, that was on my left. I just realized that was footsteps, so it shouldn't have been for... Oh, I don't want to open the door now.
The more we fight, the sweeter it's now.
Okay. Alright, my left.
You hear that too?
Oh, what do I do in this scenario? Uh-oh. I'm lowering my audio.
Yeah, no door can save you now.
What the hell? Please go away, Foxy. Oh! Yep. That was rough. That was rough. I don't know how I'm gonna get around that. Like, that kind of scenario. I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I know when to shut the door? Like, because obviously in that scenario, I could have shut the door way later. Maybe in that scenario I prioritize Freddy. Maybe that's the key. I don't know. We'll try that next time. That part can get a little tricky though, but we'll see. I mean, Foxy not too bad because no one does anything when Foxy's there.
5 years we get.
Oh lord.
Fight, the sweeter it's now.
Oh, Foxy's gonna get pissed again. Yeah, look, okay.
Don't you dare hide.
There we go.
The more we fight, the sweeter it's now.
On my left. I have to figure out what's a good way to balance out this mechanic.
Don't you dare hide.
So, in this scenario, I have to look for him.
The more we fight, the sweeter it's now.
No door can save you now.
Wait. Oh, what the hell? Okay. This was your file performance 103. Bonnie will move to, will go to either the left or right hall. If he arrives at the right hall, play the alarm. If you see him in the left hall, make sure to close the door until you hear him leave. If you look up to, but yeah, okay. You can also camera stall Bonnie by switching to a camera he's on and turning off the cameras. Wait, I can stall Bonnie by switching the cam he's on and turning off the cameras? I did not know that. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, right on the same one. Trapped in a can. Again. Oh, see, like, he's down there now. I know he's gonna be there. It's just... Oh, Foxy's gonna go at it. Oh...
No door can save you now.
The more we fight, the sweeter it's now.
Oh, Bonnie's still there. Oh, great. Please leave.
Tag, you're, well, dead, I guess.
Okay. That's kind of weird. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Bonnie, you're gonna have to hold off a little bit. If anything.
You sailed into the wrong waters, matey.
Oh, damn. Okay, well. Okay, you know what? Actually, if anything. See. Okay, so when they say that no other animatronic can attack you, I think what that just means is. When I first read that mechanic, I thought what they were trying to say was that none of them would move, right? So, like, let's say, so Freddy, for example, wouldn't leave the stage, or Chica wouldn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, Bonnie wouldn't move, Freddy wouldn't move, but no, they all move, they just won't jump scare me, and I don't know exactly how well that works, because it sounds like, essentially what's gonna happen is, after Foxy goes away, all of their mechanics start going off at the same time. At least that's how I'm understanding it, because like literally, so in that scenario, Freddy moved, Bonnie was there, so if Foxy leaves, do I then have to like I have to do the alarm first and then do Freddy, or maybe Freddy first then alarm? I'm not sure how that will work with Chica as well, because Chica is in the kitchen. Does she like what does it mean when they say attack? Like literally just mean like jump scare, right? Okay. Get out of here already. It seems like Chica likes staying in the kitchen a long time. I just don't know what she's doing in there. Oh god. Bonnie is addicted to the right side. Okay.
Here's Foxy coming to get ya.
Bonnie on the right again. Don't forget Freddy is also active. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna guess Foxy might be able to make another run at me. Oh, wait, no way. No. Oh, Lord. Please hurry up, Bonnie. Okay, good.
Here's Foxy coming to get ya.
Ready? Bonnie's on the right. Or maybe not. Bonnie's on the left. Come on, hurry up. Oh. I got lucky.
Yeah, no door can save ya now.
That's fine. You honestly saved me. Oh, I take that back. Oh, let's go. Huh. Alright, interesting. 6 a.m. And there you have it. Oh, please give me a star for this. I swear to God. Hey, there we go. I got 3 stars. Look at that. That was definitely a lot easier. Ironically enough, Foxy's mechanics makes it that much easier. In a way, you could kind of cheese it by having the alarm constantly play. Because realistically with the mechanics, right? Everyone obviously has, is very active. I'm pretty sure The biggest threat is Bonnie, by far, depending on where they go. If they go to your left side, that's pretty much the worst outcome entirely, just because you're stuck closing the door, and during that time, Susie or Susie, I don't know why I'm referring to their ghost names, Freddy and Chica can take advantage of you being stuck at the door. Whereas if Bonnie approaches from the right, you just turn on the alarm and you're free to deal with them as you go. As for Chica, I'm pretty sure anytime she gets to the kitchen, you are pretty much, when you ring the bell, you're stopping her from entering the vents, because that was something I mentioned in the first video, I think, if I didn't cut that out, where I thought it was weird. They mentioned the vents, yet ironically the entire game I never used the vent mechanic. And honestly, I think that's a bit unfortunate. I think from a gameplay standpoint, the fact that Chica it's so easy to stop Chica from taking the vents, it makes it pretty much like a useless mechanic. The vents only ever became useful in Night 6, right? With the night of I can't speak. The Night of 83, right? That's literally the only time I ever had to use the vent mechanic with Spring Bonnie here. Besides that, I never had to use it because there's almost impossible to miss Chica. It's almost impossible with how easy it is to get to everyone in a good amount of time on the regular nights. You have no real excuse for missing Chica unless you deliberately sabotage yourself and let her take the vent. In fact, I wish I could, what? Let me try and actually see Chica take the vent, because that's like the one jump scare I never got as well, since I always stop Chica. Let me not stop Chica this time. And at least just confirm that this is how Chica works. Okay, so we're not going to stop Chica this time. We're going to let Chica go on in the kitchen, do her little shtick, right? The whole camera, by the way, actually, I'll talk about that after. So we're just going to leave it stalling on Bonnie there. I'm not going to do anything for Chica. Nothing. We're going to wait and see if Chica does anything. Also, it looks like that camera stall trick actually does work. I didn't realize that.
Don't you dare hide.
Of course, it doesn't work when you're dealing with Freddy, but
The more we fight, the sweeter.
there you go. So, I sealed the vent. I didn't hear Chica go. There you go. Alright, we're gonna let them go after me. Oh, hey there, Bonnie. Didn't I leave the camera on you? So yeah, that mechanic only happens for Chica if you don't catch her with the bell, which is almost never gonna happen. Even in Custom Night, never happened. So I think in terms of Chica's mechanic, I think she's just too easy. She's really a minor distraction in the entire game. I think in general for Chica to be more challenging, she has to have a chance to just enter the vent on her own. Like, maybe have it where she has a chance to enter the vent on her own without going to the kitchen, right? But if she goes in the kitchen and you fail at stopping her, she does the vent mechanic a lot quicker. So it makes her more dangerous, and it kind of incentivizes you to want to prevent her from being in the kitchen at all times. Otherwise, it's kind of easy to just deal with Chica. So I think that's probably my main issue with Chica. Her mechanic's just way too... it's too easy in general. Freddy, pretty standard, or, pretty simple, basic, understandable. You hear the laughter, look for him in one of the upper cameras, flash, and you're good. Foxy, once you make enough noise, they'll start and attack you and have their own little boss sequence. If anything, it makes me think of FNAF in real time with that Foxy phase, where Foxy would pretty much take center stage and start attack you left, right. That's what it reminds me of more than anything. As I said, right, Bonnie's definitely the most difficult. Freddy's probably the second most difficult, only when dealing with Bonnie at the same time. But besides that, it's not too crazy. I would say the biggest missed opportunities from a gameplay standpoint is those different maintenance systems, right? The only one you really end up using is the alarms. The cameras failing only happens if you watch Bonnie too long on camera, which is very easily avoidable. You don't even need to watch Bonnie on camera, because literally you hear where to go. If anything, this oddly reminds me of the I mean, it's literally a lot like the pre-shift segments where you're downloading the calls. You can look to your right to see Bonnie enter the room, but why would you do that if you can hear Bonnie enter the room? Same situation here. Why would I look for Bonnie on camera when I could just hear Bonnie to my right or left? You know what I mean? It's kind of like a weird disconnect because you have a mechanic that punishes you for looking at Bonnie too long, but at the same time, there is no incentive to search for Bonnie, right? So I think the camera failing mechanic could have been like, I think it would have made more sense to just have that be like a regular thing. Like on occasion, your cameras might start breaking and then you just regularly fix it. I think that would have been better rather than tie it to watching Bonnie too long. And then obviously we already mentioned the vent. It's tied to Chica. Would have been better if Chica could have entered the vent occasionally. And the only other mechanic you really use the most is the alarm when Bonnie enters via the right. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the gameplay, especially considering how kind of easy custom it can be if you abuse Fritz's mechanic with the audio. As for the story, I kind of lost the sauce a little bit in the second video because I initially, started thinking that I was Daniel, when that's not the case. You're an investigator who came here to, or I don't know if you're a quote-unquote investigator, but you came here to learn the dark legacy behind Freddy Fazbear's Pizzas, right? You're here downloading the calls of the previous night guard, Daniel, trying to learn about what happened with his disappearance. And I guess this part, I'm still not quite sure where to go with it, because we have the intruder interacting with some spirit from the lake, or I don't know if they're from the lake, but they're from the other side, right? They're talking to us, and then there's mentions of us drowning in the lake, right? Which made me think of, I think it's, I don't know who, of that segment in Ultimate Custom Night with the lake, where I think you actually can go in the lake. I don't know who does though, if it's William that goes in it, but you have that segment, which, I'm not sure how to interpret when at the very beginning of the game, right, this spirit is saying, why did you drown in the lake, or something along those lines. For the most part, nights 1 through 5. After night 5 though, with the fire, it looks as though, like, according to the spirit, we then go into this alternate timeline where the spring suits, the Springlocks suits, are now the main animatronics in the restaurant. Like, it's like a what if. But I don't really get the point of this what if, I guess. That's the one thing I'm not too sure how to make sense of. Like, why? What's the significance of Night 6 to our character? Like, figuring out that, what happened if there was no fire? What happened if Henry failed? If any of you have any ideas on this Night 6 relevance to our character and significance, feel free to comment down below, because I'd be interested in seeing what you have to say, because I'm not too sure how to really fit this in. That said though, the whole theme behind the spirits of the animatronics, as well as Old Man Consequences, a character that you don't really see very often in FNAF, for sure, probably one of the more mysterious characters, or, just characters that are just there in a sense, from way back in Ultimate Custom Night. And I don't know, it's kind of cool that they have like a central theme here to some degree, though I'm not entirely sure how it fits. But overall, it was pretty interesting to go through, learn about what William did, obviously killing Charlotte. I completely forgot about that part, by the way. When I was editing, I went through like the first night and I saw those documents, and I read that and they mentioned Charlotte's death. I'm like, oh wait, that's right, that actually does happen in the game. Like, you actually learn about that as the player. It's like, and I just never really mentioned it. But regardless, fun experience throughout. Definitely an interesting story that I would need to like look into more again, especially with Night 6. Go through the dialogue, especially the one from the spirit after Night 5. Kind of trying to like figure out what exactly is going on. But with that said, let's I guess cover the rest of Custom Night extras. 55 times left door closed, left light activated, exact. 213 times I opened the cameras, 87 times using the flashlight, 28 alarms, 6 vents, Bonnie broke the cameras 45 times. Okay, that definitely is inaccurate. Bonnie only broke the camera, like the last time I showed this, it was 13. So this one's definitely inaccurate, and Freddy was not flashed one time. As for jump scares, we have Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy. One thing I will say, the music for this game is really nice. I think this one I love. I love that one. That just reminded me of something, by the way. The Mimic. I forgot the Mimics here in this game. I'm not really sure why they were in this game. Now I think about it, that Mimic section, I think that might have been us playing as Daniel, because it doesn't make sense for us to be doing that as the intruder. Maybe the Mimic was the one responsible for Daniel's disappearance, because you don't really see any instances of the other characters really being responsible. So maybe that's the Mimic's significance in the story. So let's see how far we can get in Endless mode. The Endless Night uses the same difficulty as Night 5. Okay. As Night 5, that shouldn't be too bad then. Okay, let me see what poster I have to click on. I usually do click on the posters. Ah, there you go. Okay, so there is a 1000x version of that of that achievement. I'm not gonna press that 1000 times. We also have some kid drawings I never noticed up here above the computer. Looking around a little bit, since you know we're gonna be spending some quality time here. Go back. Quality time in this office. Now that I think about it, where do you do the... I'm trying to think, where do you do the, what's it called? All that call downloading with like the rotating camera and whatnot. Is that, would that be backstage? No, it wouldn't be backstage. Oh, come on. Because I never did find that camera. I don't think it would be in the safe room either. Not in arcade. Oh, Foxy's already... Oh, wait, no, there it is, storage room. That's where it is. I can see the doors. Or not the doors, the two monitors. The whole Bonnie stalling plan is great, by the way. I didn't know that you could actually stall Bonnie like that. That also, like, especially like in main nights, that would actually have come in so clutch. If Bonnie just stays still on the camera that, when you're watching that camera but off the console, or the terminal, that would make it so, that makes it almost too easy. I didn't even realize that was an actual thing. It's a cool idea. Really? Yeah, I'm okay. Don't you worry, Freddy. Just gotta deal with one of your pals. There we go. That was my bad, Chica. Oh.
Who's dead? You.
I guess I unsealed it too early, but hey, I got to see, I got to hear her death lines. Look at that. Chica will make her way to the kitchen while she's in the chicken. Press the service bell to move her back. After some time in the kitchen, she'll move into the west venting. You have to seal the ventilation. Yeah, I unsealed it too quickly. Still, let's take a look at where I might have made it on the leaderboard for Endless mode. I got 411. Okay, so if I understand, I think I'm not sure if the score is seconds, right? So if I take a look at these seconds, also someone submitted their score twice, I think. I made it just around 7 to 8 minutes, I think. I'll confirm if my editing or if my recording actually backs that up. But assuming that each point is a second, that means that the top person on the leaderboard, 1 hour and 9 minutes. What? It's not even a matter of, like, you know, difficulty. It's a matter of time. Like, where do you have the time to do that for an hour? That is a lot of time. But regardless, that's gonna be it for Five Nights at Freddy's Legacy by Toaster Dev over on Game Jolt. That was pretty fun. Really enjoyed the story, really enjoyed the gameplay. Overall, had a lot of fun with it, and a pleasant surprise that I didn't even know about. Wait a minute. Hudson Harris? Wait, it's Hudson Harris! Oh, what the hell? I know, pretty random saying that. This is the VA for Alex the Coyote from Together Again, A Lakes Funland Story. And not only that, but they actually made 2 videos on like VHS horror or analog horror for Together Again, A Lakes Funland Story that I reacted to in the past. So, what a surprise to see them here. Honestly, and they did Foxy. They did Foxy's voice and Henry Emily. Jeez, I can't speak. Honestly, really well done. Really well done. Well done to everyone, of course. But just because, like, you know, it's like it was kind of surreal because I had seen their name before. So to see them in another project, really cool. But overall, great job to everyone. Really fun. But with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're enjoying from the content and what you want to see from me. The game will be in the description below as always. Once again, great job to everyone here, great job to Toaster, what a fun game. Pleasant surprise that I just ran across literally hours after it released. Almost never happens, The game will be in the description below, as well as my latest story breakdown on Tubbyland, Time for Teletubbies, as well as a playlist to other story breakdowns I've done in the past. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.